Suits are coming to cryptos. Watch until the end of the video to understand what it means. Firstly, I admit I'm not a market expert, I'm not a trader. But I understand the fundamentals of blockchain and crypto technologies and the cycles. Since the 3rd of January 2009, when the first Bitcoin block was mined, we have lived in 4-year cycles, i.e. Bitcoin halving cycles. Every 4 years, the number of Bitcoin on the block will be cut in half. The next Bitcoin halving will be in April next year. All the 4-year cycles so far have been remarkably similar. But the next one will be significantly different from its predecessors. 3 major things will affect this. Even though we have lived in the deepest and the longest bear market, the development of the technology has been enormous. The speed of transactions per second, i.e. TPS, has increased tremendously, and the pace is only accelerating. And finally, we are getting easy-to-use and secure self-custody wallets. Cross-chain transactions will become seamless and secure, thanks to technologies such as Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol. Off-chain to on-chain transactions will become more secure, which is the reason why banks and financial institutions will start to use blockchain for transactions, which is definitely needed before blockchain and cryptos will get mass adoption. Finally, we're getting clarity on the regulations, but not in the USA. Unfortunately, from a regulations perspective, the world has been divided into 2. One side of the regulation development is the USA, which is really struggling on regulating the cryptos. The other side of the regulations is the rest of the world. Then the USA and then the rest of the world. Rest of the world is proceeding fast regulating cryptos. When regulations will be clear, also banks will start to offer all kinds of services on virtual assets. The use of centralized platforms such as centralized crypto exchanges will also come safer when the regulations are clear. Please pay attention if you want to use any centralized virtual asset platforms. Make sure that these platforms are regulated and licensed in your jurisdiction. The regulatory clarity allows also tokenizing the real-world assets, RWAs, such as commodities, properties, stocks, and bonds. When we are comparing the previous cycles and the next one that will start in 6 months' time, next April, the biggest event will happen in a few weeks' time. The Bitcoin ETF exchange-traded fund will be approved in the USA. Big money is rushing into cryptos. ETF is the game changer. But there are pros and cons. The biggest financial institutions and banks want to also control the crypto markets. They try to acquire as much crypto as they can, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because of this and Bitcoin halving and the burn-in mechanism on Ethereum, there will be a huge supply shock, not enough assets in the markets. And we know what usually happens to the prices when demand drastically exceeds the supply. Prices will skyrocket. Because of these things mentioned in this video. Next 4-year cycle will be dramatically different from the previous ones. I am positive that crypto markets will grow 10x. But when, that I don't know. Nobody knows. When the suits are in the crypto markets, the markets will explode sooner or later. Suits are not getting my cryptos. I will continue using my self-custody wallets and DCAing, dollar cost averaging. Not financial advice.